Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good or dead at night as it may be. This is Race 6 channel. This is Crash with you live for the Qatar Grand Prix. Oscar's first, Norris second, Max third. This is our championship fight right here. Turn one. See what happens. We'll know by lap 2 where things sort out. Again, as it stands right now, if Norris is leading at lap 2, he's probably going to win the World Championship. If Max can get past the McLarens, it's fight on to Abu Dhabi. So we will see. We will see. That'll be one of the storylines going on. Franco, dear Franco, Mr. No Points Franco, is a pit lane start. Hurrah! Bortolao is 19th, Stroll is 18th, Hamilton 17th, Ocon is 16th, Tsunoda is 15th, Albon is 14th, Behrman is 13th, Lawson is 12th, Hulkenberg is 11th. Clerk is the first one in the points, starting the points, 10th. 9th is Gasly, 8th is Alonso, 7th is Sainz, Isaac Hajar is 6th, Antonelli is 5th, Russell is 4th. Again, Max Verstappen is on that second row, lining up behind Oscar. And again, we got Norris and Oscar on that front row. I'm not sure how much that was, but 2023 PHC just did a 500 units donation, and it's love you all F1 fans, so we love you as well. Everyone is here, my race fans. The family is here. Mayaki, Paula, Shay is here. Andy's here. I don't think anyone else is. I thought there was a few more. So these are the people who are have thrown a couple of bucks each month, help support the channel. We thank you so much. Again, the family. Again, all of you who have subscribed, we just hit 149,000 subscribers this weekend. We're actually almost 750 away for our 150 number. So if you would like to subscribe right now, join the Racing Army, thank you so much. Over on Twitch chat, we have a channel point prediction. Will Lando get the title today? Right now, we've got everyone on no. No one has predicted. Well, I'll take the low for a yes. Barrel's here. They're on a 7-month streak. Description. Thank you so much. Pada J is here. Sam I am is here. Toro is here. Racing F8 N44 is here. Pribanik is here. Katil is here. They're here much earlier. Yeah, these are the people over in Twitch chat right now. D-Pad is here. And Dark is here. More of our family, people who have donated to the, subscribe to the channel. We are within a minute away right now to our formation lap. L is here. Cool. Dark. Matthew Patel asks, what would happen if Norris wins today? He would win the championship. That means he would be ahead of Oscar and Max, and therefore he would have the points he needs to tie up the World Championship this weekend. We're waiting for blankets off, team members away from the cars. Got members. Gabby's got fans, it looks like. Came all the way from Brazil to Abu Dhabi. I'm not Abu Dhabi, to Qatar. And here we are. It is now top of the hour, and our formation lap has begun. Formation lap has started. Jackie Green is here. First time. I'm so nervous. Yeah, I mean this is crazy point. The point of craziness right now. And welcome to the family, 2023 PHC. Move from TikTok to here. Okay, I didn't know we were still on TikTok. Again, we are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. Those are the two platforms that I have access to. There may be live on other platforms. I know we might be on Facebook in some way. And of course, we will be live. We will be available on demand after the fact. Norris pardon confirmed new drive. No. Norris has to be ahead. Norris could be third, and Max and Oscar be 1-2, and that we would still be going on to Abu Dhabi. Again, Max has to be ahead of both. Lando has to be ahead of both Oscar and Max in order to win the Drivers' Championship. Again, we're still right now in the middle of the formation lap. Like, here is Oscar right now coming in. Oscar got a big jump on Lando on that formation lap. But now we are now filing back into the grid. Oscar's in position. Lando's in position. Max's position. Here comes Georgie Porgy. And if you didn't like what I just said about George, my apologies. Colpino has just gone back into the grid lane. Sorry, the pit lane. He will be at pit lanes. Franco is a pit lane start. Sonoda and Albin. Here comes, that would be Bortolello. Yet to get into his grid spot. He is in. Safety cars behind them. And we have a green flag. And 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Here we go, everyone. This is it. Oscar's getting a good spot. Max is going to go right upside Lando. They're side by side. Max is actually ahead. Max is ahead of Lando. Max has already passed Lando on from the start. Lando did not get a good start. He's fallen back behind Max. Oscar's gotten a great start. He is, 6/10 ahead already. I don't know, is he extending? See in a moment. Max looks like he's going ahead. Trying to make the gap to Oscar right now. Lando is basically starting a DRS train. Clean lap so far, no incidents. A lot of people side by side, particularly in the back. Hamilton up 4 positions. So right now, Max is up 1 position. Norris back down 1 position. Antonelli's up 1 position. Sainz is up 2 positions. Alonso up 2 positions. Russell did not get a great start. Dropped 3 positions. Isaac has dropped 2 positions. Behrman's up a position. Lawson down a position. Again, Hamilton up 3 positions. Ocon up position. Tsunoda up position. Albon has lost 3 positions, so a bad start for him. Of those who are on softs, Hulkenberg and Hamilton. Everyone from in the points are on mediums, and the only hard drive starting on hards are Albon and Colpino. So that's where we start right now. Oscar has a 1.3 gap ahead of Max, and Norris has fallen back 2.3. So we've spread out in the top 3 right now. As it stands right now, we are going to Abu Dhabi for the final. There will be right now Norris is not winning the Drivers' Championship. Now we will have to see as things go on with pits and all any other shenanigans and whatnot. But right now we are going to Abu Dhabi with the championship. We're on lap 2 with 56 laps to go of this 57-lap race. As this is lap 2, DRS is open, so basically from everyone from Antonelli down are still within DRS range. Farrell, who will win the title if Norris and Oscar have the same number of points? It goes by tiebreakers, and the first tiebreaker is the number of first place positions. Second, if that is tied, so if they have both the same number of wins, it goes to the how many P2 positions, and it goes down until P3, P4 until there's a break. There's a difference between the two. So if someone gets like a P3 and the other one doesn't get any P3 positions at all during the season, if they're tied on P1 and P2 positions, it will go to P3, and whoever got that P3 gets the win. So that's how the tiebreaker works. Looks like we're looking at Gasly. The Alpine is dragging on his floor. You can see a lot of sparks. That's not a good sign. Jackie Kimmy is making you nervous. He is P4 right now. He's within DRS of Norris. And we're not going to have people. We're not going to have people request drivers to crash. That's not funny. It's not appropriate. Why is Lando slow today? Well, I mean, he had a bad start, effectively. Max went off like a rocket ship and got ahead of Lando. Unfortunately, that fight allowed Oscar to get away. He's now 2 seconds ahead. Everyone is started on new, fresh tires, so if they need to go the whole 20, 25 laps, they can. Though I suspect we'll see Hulkenberg and Hamilton pit the next 7 laps, probably. They'll probably go maybe 10 laps total, and then get on to, or maybe if they can push it further, then get on to a medium. So the expectation is, again, medium runners are going to go to another tire. If they've got softs, they'll go for it. But it'll probably be medium, hard, medium. Again, with these soft and hard runners, and that would be Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Albon, and Colpino. The expectation is that they'll be on their first tire, then go do double medium after that. Again, we have a 25 lap maximum requirement. Turn 14 incidents, Gasly noted rejoining unsafely. So that's noted. We'll see if they'll take that into account. Dark thought Leclerc to move up the field quickly. He did not. He's actually down a position. Hulkenberg has overtaken him. Field's starting to break up a little bit. Antonelli is still within range of Norris and DRS. Then we've got Sainz, Alonso, Russell in their own little world. And then Gasly down is a DRS train. I want to thank everyone who's here right now. We got over 700, 500 right now watching Twitch. Almost 150 plus over, 150 plus in Twitch and 779, almost 8,000 now, basically over on YouTube. If you're on another platform, thank you so much. And if you're watching on demand, thank you as well. Right now, Oscar is leading this race, has led this race from the beginning. He's got a 2.1 gap behind to Max right now, so he's ahead by 2.1. Max is now 1.8 ahead of Norris. Antonelli's now falling back 1.4. Sainz is 1.6, and then Alonso's a second back, but he's falling back a little bit. Russell's right now in DRS range of Alonso. Isaac's 1.6 back, Gasly 1.5 back, and then Hulkenberg half a second back on Gasly. Gasly's leading a DRS train of everyone else. Black and white flag for Gasly for rejoining unsafely. I don't think they're going to do any other penalty, though. Max right now has the fastest lap. He does a 126.843. About half a tenth faster than Oscar on his last lap, which is his best lap as well. It's a 126.899. Norris is a 126.946. So it's a full tenth on Norris right now. I'm just asking which team has the first position. I actually don't know that, but you can go. There are decision documents about the layout, and who's in which box. So that can be found on the FIA decision documents website. Racing F8 saying that he's got watching the race from Lando's perspective. Okay, right now Lando's in third. He's dropped a position to Max. Hulkenberg has moved up past Gasly, so he's up another spot. Gasly's down a spot. What happened to Hulkenberg? And Hulkenberg is just, we have yellow flag. Hulkenberg has just binned it. And he is stuck. There is something definitely wrong with the Alpine. Which Alpine is this, though? I think that's probably Gasly. So it looks like there's been contact between Gasly and Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg looks like he is out. We have the safety car out now. €2 donation from Shay, which is go for it, Max. Giddy up, go. Again, Shay, one of our Max tiers. I want to thank the 8,000 who are watching right now. We are under a safety car at the moment because who's pitting? Max is pitting. Antonelli's pitting right now. Sainz is pitting. And they've done 7 laps on those tires, which is the bare minimum. Max has a 4.1 stop time, which is not great, but we're under the yellow flag, so it's not that big a deal. Antonelli's a 6.3, but he had traffic to deal with. Max is going on to another medium tire. So incident under investigation. Ocon under investigation for a false start. Give it a moment right now. They may be waiting to go another lap to be on the safe side. Again, they were also up front when the safety car came out. So recovery vehicles on track at turn 2. That is Nico Hulkenberg. Nico Hulkenberg is out of his car, so he is okay. So something happened with Gasly as well, and he has dropped essentially to the back of the grid, lost 10 places. Ocon right now is P3. Max is P4. But Oscar and Norris. So basically, Oscar, Norris, Esteban have not pitted, and that's going to give him Oscar. He's going to get a track advantage for not having pitted. But it is a safety car restart, so it is packed up. So Max is now on a new fresh of medium tires. And there is a 5-second penalty for Ocon. Start your memes right now. False start moving before the light. So he may be P3, but he is got a 5-second penalty. That's going to be brutal with this restart. Ocon is now pitting, so Max is back into third. Again, Norris and so Oscar and Norris have not pitted yet. Ocon's going to drop to 13th. Nope, back down to 18th. So now to 19th out the pit out. Yeah, the safety car is going to basically bunch them back up, so it's basically going to be a rolling start when safety car comes in. That is correct. They're going to bunch back up. Michael Flynn, car should be making the gaps during safety car. No, that would be almost near impossible to keep those gaps. Also, we've got people pitting under the safety car as well. Going through a replay of the pit stops. Again, teams were double stacking. Hamilton was on a double stack with Leclerc. Mercedes did a double stack as well. So at some point, Oscar and Norris are going to have to pit within 16 laps. Max does not have to. No, Oscar's going to have to. He's going to have to pit in 16 laps. So an incident between Gasly and Hulkenberg is under investigation. I haven't seen a replay of what exactly happened. And Ocon has come back into the pits. He's served his penalty. We're currently on lap 10, 48 laps to go in this race. We were at lap 10 of 57 laps. Again, we're under a safety car right now because there was an incident with Hulkenberg and Ocon. And that's taken out Hulkenberg. Ocon has pitted twice because he also had a penalty from a jump start. He's pitted twice, so he's now far back behind the back of the field, but he has the capability to catch up pretty quickly. Safety car will be in this lap. So safety car they've slowed down dramatically around turn 13, turn 14. Safety car is driving off ahead and it should be in shortly. And they're now picking up speed. Safety car is ending. And they're green flagged. You're good to go at any point now. And Oscar's going to get a good jump. I'd say it's less of a jump, and more an orderly process was starting. They're all within 0.6, 0.5 of each other. Ocon's going to get ahead of Gasly on that restart. Max has fallen back 1.7. Norris is about to fall back over a second. He has DRS right now, but through the curves, it's not going to matter as much. So we are back to green flag running. Sainz out of that order has moved up 3 positions. Antonelli is 5th. Alonso is up 2 positions. Isaac's fallen back position. Russell's fallen back 4. Leclerc is up position. Bimmer's up 3, and that's basically because Ocon, it was Gasly who's falling out of the top 10. What happened to Russell's start? It was just a bad start. Everyone around him, he lost like 2 or 3 places on that start. And as is right now, Max is falling back 2 seconds behind Norris. And I think he's waiting for those tires to drop off. They're trying to charge right now. Oh, and Norris has now another penalty because he did not serve his original penalty correctly. This is the second time he's done this. And then again, there's also an incident between him and Hulkenberg, which could get him his 3rd penalty race, a 3 penalty race again for him. Oscar's jumped about a second and a half ahead of Norris, and Max is now 2.5 back. So, my apology. Gasly was the one involved with Hulkenberg. So, my apologies there. I thought the Ocon was a. Never mind. Ocon right now is only 2 penalties to his name this race. Currently, right now, the championship will go to Abu Dhabi. That's because Oscar is ahead of Norris right now. What happened to Hulkster? Hulkster got in a tangle with Gasly. No further action, so they're saying it's a racing incident that happened between them. So Gasly is not going to get a penalty, and Hulkenberg is out of the race. Oh, there we go. Moving for a single. Jump start for Ocon. That could be the 3rd. Does Norris only need to finish P3? Right now, let's focus on this race right now, Agro, before we worry about next week. As it stands right now, Norris needs to be ahead of Oscar to win the championship this week. We'll worry about next week, depending on how this race shakes out. Max is falling back 4 seconds. That's a big drop. The McLarens must be charging right now. Albon has a track limit on his name right now. It's the first one for him. So until we get those white and blue flags, these are not that big of a deal. How can Max win? Part of it is going to be with pitting. If there's no safety car, there's ways Max can win, but he's going to need help to get there. Right now, Isaac's chasing behind of Alonso on the hunt on him. This is for 7th. Pretty much everyone pitted except for Oscar and Norris. So they are on lap 13 of 25 on their tires. Everyone else is on 6, with the exception of Ocon, who did a double pit because he had that penalty. By 30, lap 32, Varel. It's some people are going to come in before that 25 lap. Well, they would have to come in at level 25. They went only 7 laps on that medium. I think the only 2 people who are not beholden to that right now are Oscar Norris and Ocon. Yeah, if they want to do just one more stop, it will have to be lap 32. Again, they've got mandatory 25 laps maximum on these tires, which is forcing what is forcing the pit mandatory. That's just more of a mathematical. This race has 57 laps, so they're gonna by default they will have to pit twice. We're now on lap 16. Albon again. That's the old message, so there's nothing new there. Looking right now, Norris is now 2.4 back. Max is falling back almost 5 seconds. Interesting to see. Again, right now, Max has a 7-lap advantage on Oscar and Norris right now. Both of those are going to have to. They're going to have to pit within the next 10 laps. Stroll has a incident noted for a yellow flag infringement for Stroll, so we'll see that it turns out to be a penalty in any shape or form. What happened to Hulkenberg? He basically got into it with Gasly, and crashed out. Gasly had a bottom, basically rub the bottom of his car across the track. Before he could pit, that basically dropped him 10 positions. Now's a great time to like and subscribe over on YouTube. You follow us on Twitch, you'll get notifications if we go live. You hit the bell over on YouTube, you'll get our notifications. Again, we go live for every session. Again, this season is coming down. This is the second to last race. Again, next week we'll have FP1, FP2, FP3, quali, and the race next weekend. When we come back to next season for 2026, we will do live sessions of the preseason testing that is televised. So as it stands right now, there are there are going to be 3 preseason testing with the new cars next year. The first one will be a private session, will not be televised, but the next 2 sessions, so these are, I think, 2 or 3 days, 8 hours each, will be televised, and we likely will be live for that next year. We'll have more details when we know more detail. We don't know all the details for preseason testing, so when we know what's going on, we'll tell you. So. No, this is not the end of the season. This is the second to last round. So right now, as things stand, Oscar and Norris are going to go to Abu Dhabi for a championship shootout. Right now, Max is on the outside looking in. Right now, Alonso is leading a DRS train. No, Russell just fell out of that. Just broke that up. Oscar's now leading. He's got 3.3 seconds ahead of Norris. Max is 4.5 behind Norris, 7.8 behind Oscar. Sainz is 5 seconds back. 13 seconds back from Oscar. Antonelli's 2.3, 15.5 back from Oscar. Alonso is 4.2 back from Antonelli, and then almost 20 seconds behind Oscar at this point. So this is where things stand in our top 6. Of course, Alonso's leading a DRS train that goes all the way down to Stroll right now. That's P16. So no further investigation on Stroll. They need to pit right because of the 25 lap rule. Yes, that's correct. So there's another 6 laps. Oscar and Norris are going to have to pit. They'll probably go. They're on lap 18 laps. Incident involving Albon review, no further. So there's just no further action is going to be taken on that. So it looks like I think we haven't resolved Ocon and Hulkenberg as of yet. I think that's the only noted investigation at the moment. So that was a yellow flag infringement for Albon that they've decided to take no further action. We are on lap 20 of 57, 38 laps are left to go. We are still waiting for Oscar and Norris to pit. And they're going to have to in the next 5 or 6 laps because there is a 25 lap maximum usage on these tires. like Tsunoda's getting more track limits. If he keeps doing that, he will get on his third track limit, you will get the black and white flag, and on the fourth one, you will get a track limit penalty for 5 seconds. And he did that during the sprint race. So did Antonelli. So far, we had one incident between Gasly and Hulkenberg. And that took Hulkenberg out of the race. Gasly dropped to the back of the grid as a result. I'm actually thinking that McLaren will go to softs at the end. If they have softs, though, that's the problem. I remember these two guys did get into Q3, so the sprint Q3. So they used the soft. They did use a pair of soft tires during that. Yeah, if you guys are gonna invoke a name of a terrorist for the McLaren, not McLaren, for the Mercedes drivers, you're gonna be tossed from chat, and there's gonna be no ifs, ands, or buts. That's you're being crass on a high level. So black and white flag for Albon track limits. So that's 3 so far for him. One more, and there'll be a 5-second penalty. I'm doing sport. What does the bottom right text mean? Is that right? Yeah, that's a voice to text translation of what the engineers and drivers are saying back and forth over the radio. So if you were listening to a particular, if you were on on a TV and you're watching a particular driver feed, that would be the that would be what you'd be hearing over the radio. I haven't said anything about Fernando helping Alonso at all. I've just said he was leading a DRS trade. It is what it is. Alonso's P6. That's not exactly helping. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are saying. Probably messed up. They'll be caught in traffic in a bit. That's what you mean. I see what you're saying. No, they should come out ahead of Alonso. They should be coming when they pit. They should 26 seconds. Yeah, so that they should be coming out ahead of Alonso. Between Alonso, maybe Alonso and Isaac at most. Why aren't they putting it? Because they need to go. They're trying to get as many laps as possible on these tires. I mean, they're still good, but that means they go a couple more laps here. It means it's only 7 laps to go. Like let's say they go 25 laps on this set, and then they go 25 on the next set. It means there's only 7 laps to go on their last set. If their last set is a soft tire, then they can get the most. They can push that soft tire as far as possible. There was a radio message I just missed. So he's struggling with these current tires right now. I mean, we're at the end of the limits of what a medium should be doing. McLaren is standing around They haven't pulled out tires yet. Ultimately, with Oscar and Norris pitting right now, Max will inherit the leadership of this race. Yeah, it's looking like McLaren's going to do a double stack, which is a double pit, as someone said, Coffee said in chat. No, the mid lane's not too long. It's just 26 seconds when you stop under green. Max got the benefit of pitting under the yellow, so that cut that in half effectively. And that is Oscar in on lap 23. Norris is going to take the lead of the race. He will probably pit next lap. So it's not a double stack. Double stack means they both cars come in right away, and it's a yellow for yellow. So medium to medium. Who was that? Norris is going to box in this next lap. So it's going to be a lap after lap scenario. I didn't get the stop sign. I didn't see that. Let me just see. Stroll is pitting. There's a 3.1 stop time for Oscar. McLaren has a celebrity in their garage. So Norris is now pitting. And that's going to get Max is going to inherit the lead on that. So Oscar's dropped back to fifth. That's ahead of Alonso. Norris is probably going to come out either ahead of Alonso or behind Alonso. Get the stop time. And he just gets ahead of Alonso by a little bit. But Alonso's right on his tail. Is Lando going to keep ahead of Alonso? Looks like he will. But he's going to be close. And Norris had a 2.2 stop time. So as we stand right now, we are on lap 26 of 57, 32 laps to go. Max is leading this race right now. Sainz is ahead in P2, and then Antonelli P3. They're ahead of the McLaren's fourth and fifth, who just pitted. Incident involving Stroll speeding in the pit lane. Is under investigation, so it's not just noted. It's an investigation already. Stroll pitted. He went 17 laps on his medium tire. Why did Max only do drive 7 Max in medium? Because there was the safety car came out. Safety car came out, and there was a 5-second penalty for Stroll for speeding the pit lane. He is back of the grid. He's off the grid actually. Oh, he's like 50. He's almost a whole minute. Behind Max at this point. The gap to Stroll to Gasly is 18 seconds, almost 19 seconds. So he has a penalty, but it's meaningless at this point. So they're predicting that Oscar's going to catch Antonelli within the next lap or so. Again, Oscar's got the fastest lap right now, 124.952, whereas Antonelli's last lap was a 126.425, which was his best lap so far of the Grand Prix. McLaren did not double stack. They did alternating laps for Oscar and Max. Not Max, Oscar and Lando. Excuse me. That's correct. But Max, everyone has to pit again. There is a 2-stop mandatory because all these tires have a 25 lap maximum. So right now, Max has to pit. We've got like a 26. So right now, if Max were to pit, Oscar has got a 9-second gap on him, and if Max were to pit now, he would be. Oscar's got a 5 second, about 4 to 5 seconds gap on Max if he were to pit now. So. I want to thank the bouncer in Twitch chat. First time chatter over in Twitch. Assie's here. Fulleron is here over in Twitch. Loopy is over here in Twitch. Beatrack is here as well. I want to thank everyone here right now. We've got over 11,000 of you watching on YouTube and another 221 watching on Twitch. Thank you so much. If you're on another platform, thank you as well. And if you're on demand after the fact, thank you as well. Again, this is Grash with your live coverage of the race right now. A lot of strategy. Pit order right now, and pit is the big issue right now. Max Verstappen has to pit in the next 4 laps. Well, on it 4 laps from now, because he's gone 7 laps. He's got to go 25 on this one and then 25 on the next to make the math work. As it stands right now, Oscar and Norris have to, again, everyone's got to pit again. It's just when they have to pit. Right now, Max went with an early strategy because of and the opportunity came because of the safety car. And Oscar is getting ahead of Antonelli on track. So in about 3 laps, we're going to get a huge number of cars coming in to do their pits. As it is right now, the only 2 cars that have pitted twice have been Ocon and Stroll, but they're back of the pack. They've had incident issues, so we can look at that. Yeah, it will be a huge mess. But Max is going to be in. He's got like a 16-second gap on Sainz, so he's going to be able to come in easily and get out before the mass of other people come in behind him. How many pits has Verstappen had? Just one. He stopped again. Safety car came out lap 7, and he was able to pit then to go to another set of tires. I suspect Max might go to a set of hard tires to the end of the race, given he's done medium twice. This is again like where Hamilton did start on soft. He's now on mediums. Hamilton will probably like go to another set of mediums. Again, right now it's a double medium race. So again, everyone from P1 all the way down to P12 started on mediums. Now he's gaining on. Is he gaining on Oscar? Oscar right now is in DRS range of Science. He's stalking down. It could very easily that. So now we're on lap 24 of these medium tires, the stint of medium tires. So next lap, Max will come in. See, that's Norris on Antonelli right now. So each of the McLarens is on the driver ahead of him. How's degradation looking? Degradation is not a factor in play here because basically they've got 25 laps maximum. Both Science and Antonelli are going to have to pit, so that this fight is moot at the moment. Max is now pitting. Science is most likely going to pit as well. Same with Antonelli. So that's going to leave Oscar and Norris to take the lead again. But they have to pit. They'll have to pit with 7 laps to go. Whereas Max, Sainz, and Antonelli all are putting on tires to the end of the race. Again, as I thought, so it's medium hard strategy for Max here. Max comes in 3.4 seconds behind Norris and 7.5. So Max, it's actually gained 2 seconds effectively on McLaren's. You see, Bierman is pitting. He's going to drop to the back of the grid for that reason. Gas is pitting as well. They went 25 laps on the respectively a hard and a medium. Bierman going on to a hard, Gasly going to a medium. Bordello going to a soft tire, so he's going to try and push in this middle stint. We'll see if that works. Both McLarens are going to have to pit in. Yes, they're going to have to pit again. So around lap, not 32. That was this pit stint. So around 47, I believe, is either 47, 48. They're going to have to pit again to put on a new set of tires. Yeah, 49, 50. Yeah, they're going to have to put on new set of tires. What's up with Russell? Russell almost hit one of the Racing Bulls. Close, but no cigar. I don't think it was noted unsafe release noted. Oh, that's not good. I mean, telling Norris right now over the radio, this is where they need to be faster than Max. Because right now, Max can go to the end of the race on his set of tires. They have to pit again. They have to pit again. Yeah, both the McLarens have to pit again. So this might have been the strategy was when the safety car came out. That might have been that this might have been the strategy that is the winning strategy. I mean, like literally for Max, Sainz, and Antonelli, they can go to the end of the race. Right now, Max will be ahead of Oscar. Sainz needs to push if he wants to stay ahead of Oscar. He's like almost 2 seconds back. Ocon's pitting right now. Right now, Sainz is potentially in a podium position because he's ahead of. So Lando is 5 seconds. The gap to Lando to Oscar is 4.7, and Sainz is 28 seconds back. That puts him a gap of 24 seconds if Lando pits right now. So right now, we've got Max, Sainz, and Oscar in podium positions. Unsafe release noted for Sonoda. We'll see if they investigate that. Bierman is noted for showing his unsafe release. Happened to him. Bierman has a bad pit stop, stalls, and locks up his tires. Gets going again. Has a fit. Oh my. Oh my. He's looking around. It's like, what the hell's going on? Look, something happened with the back of his with the back of his car not being lowered. Right now we've got Isaac right now in DRS range of Alonso. This is a fight for sixth position. Lawson right now is in DRS range of Stroll. This is a fight for 10th position. But again, Stroll, I believe, has a penalty that he needs to serve. So that means that Lawson, by that virtue, is going to be ahead. So McLaren is looking for a safety car. They are straight up looking for a safety car right now, because they know they have a pit stop deficit that they have to make up. So again, I know this is not, we are. I understand that some of you maybe not are not finding this to be an exciting race as you would expect it to be. Again, it's a lot of strategy right now. It's about pits. It's about what the gaps right now. Again, for those who are Max fans right now, note that the McLarens have to pit again, and that's coming in about 12 laps. Max can go to the end of the race. Again, literally Max all the way down right now to Leclerc can all go to the end of the race. Lawson can go to the end of the race, Tsunoda can go to the end of the race, and I believe Albon and Hamilton can go to the end of the race. Colapino should be able to, and so should Bierman and Gasly. The one odd one is going to be Bortoletto. He's pitted for soft tires, and I don't believe those soft tires will go to the end of the race. We've got 20 laps to go in this race right now. We're on lap 38 with 57 laps. So there was some oversteer with Lando. He lost a second there. That puts Max within 2 seconds of Norris. So actually, Max is gaining on Norris. He's under now 2 seconds. So Max is actually gaining on Norris. That's a very bad sign. This is not the most boring race there is. This could be much more boring. What's making this race interesting is the pit cycle. Again, we're having those two pits. The gap. There's strategy here that's actually interesting. We actually have two different strategies in play here. Max on the taking the first pit on lap 7, then going medium hards, whereas McLaren went 25-20. It looks like it's a 25-25 type strategy. Though it will. I suspect that McLaren's going to come in the next 6 to 7 laps, and that would leave about 10 or so laps before go on the softs for maybe 10 laps. And that's if they have softs. No, this is not going to be. It doesn't look like this championship deciding, but it is going to be. Right now, Max is going to get an advantage on Norris and Oscar going to Abu Dhabi, and that's a question of how many points can he take on those guys. This is starting to look like a Max win, and Norris not getting second or third, maybe fourth, and that's huge. Boss saying Norris might even be fifth, which would be huge. Again, right now the gaps right now Norris is 7.3, Max is 991. So that would be Max has a 15-16 lead on Oscar. Norris pits right now. I mean that would put him ahead of Antonelli, around Antonelli. Sainz right now has a 29-second gap to Oscar, so that would be a 3-4 second gap that Oscar would have on Sainz. Right now, in our virtual order, it's the virtual order right now is Max Oscar Sainz Norris Antonelli. This car is smoking. See anything? It is hazy. It's a night race, so there's a bit of haze. See anything over the radio either? But Max is now 1.5 seconds to Norris. So where Norris needed to extend a gap to Max, that hasn't happened. So Oscar right now just had a radio message between the Oscar and his engineer. He basically wants the hard soft tire to chase after Max because they know he's going to be back several seconds. So more laps means better. Stop go penalty for Behrman unsafe condition, which is unfortunate. I mean, he's already at 19th based on that disastrous pit. He will likely come in. It looks like he's into the pit right now to serve that penalty. And that's gonna drop him off the lead lap. So that only leaves Stroll with a penalty to be served. Max is now within a second of Norris. Again, right now, Oscar is on the. So Oscar pitted a lap earlier than Norris, so he's set 17 laps on his medium tires. So he got 8 laps to go in the next 5 to 8 laps to go, and then Norris has got another 9. So 8 and 9 are the numbers, laps to go. Here comes Oscar, so he's going to come in early. So with 16 laps to go, he's going to go on to what we suspect is a soft tire. Question is now, no, it's a hard tire. Oh, he went on to a hard tire. All right. Norris is now the new race leader by virtue of the pit order. Come. Norris is going to come out ahead of Sainz. Max is now within 7/10 of Norris. I suspect that Norris is going to end up pitting before Max actually overtakes. Yeah, Behrman pit. Okay, Behrman's pitting again to serve his penalty, so it was issued before. This is just a bad. This is a bad race for Behrman, and probably not his. Are they good? They should have put him on softs. The problem is they may not even have the softs to put him on. And with 15 laps to go, that's really pushing the end of the limits of those soft tires anyway. No, not too hard for hot for softs. It's just too far of a distance for the softs. Softs basically have a working about 10 laps is the working operational range on the softs, and then after that you gotta baby them. So that would leave Oscar like last 5 laps to be basically fair game on Max on a hard tire. Max right now a half a second on Norris. Norris still has to pit. He's got to pit in the next 7 laps though. Oscar right now is 6.16 seconds behind Max. Sainz right now is 4th, 4.3 behind Oscar. And here comes the pit crew. They're going to box Lando right now. So Max Verstappen is now taking the lead of the race. And he'll have a 16-second lead on Oscar. So Oscar is pushing on his tires again. He's got a 10 lap advantage on those hard tires. So Max is now pushing. He's got the fastest first sector. Norris right now is coming out P5. So he's out behind Antonelli. He's ahead of. So Isaac is like 20 seconds back. So there's a world with P1 through P5 is our leading world right now. After that, people are out of range. Isaac is so far out of range. He's not relevant to the question at the moment. So the big gap is that there's a 15.5 gap from Max to Oscar, and Oscar is pushing with 13 laps to go. Sainz is 5 seconds back. Antonelli is 2.7 back of Sainz, and Norris 3.5 back. Right now, the McLarens have a tire advantage with 12 laps to go. Apparently, Alonso has spun. Right now, Max is earning 25 points. Oscar's earning 18 points, and Norris 10 points. So it's an 8-point right now as things stand. It's an 8-point gain for Oscar and a 15-point gain for Max. And that's going to put, like, if this is how the race ends, Max is getting 15 points on Lando. That puts him within about 10, 11, 12 points, which is extremely doable to win the championship. Race is not over. Just going to put you guys in timeout. Oscar is closing the gap, and that would be a big turnaround if Oscar could get if Oscar can win the race over Max. That would be that's like advantage going. That would be an advantage on who versus Max versus Oscar right now. It's a 15. It's a 7-point swing right now between those two. Bierman has come in and he's has retired the car, and it's just a horrible race. Now Sainz is third. Lando has to get ahead of Antonelli. He's 2.7 back. Sainz is so there's a bunch of different fighting points here at the moment. Oscar right now is 14.4 back. Again, another gain on Max. Again, we got 11 laps to go. Sainz right now is in a podium position. So for you Carlos Sainz fans, I can see you in chat going crazy at the moment. This is ridiculous. How does this crazy strategy materialize in someone? Sure which strategy you're talking about. Why is DRS not given every time? Because you have to be within a second of the car ahead of you to get DRS. Right now, the only one who has DRS potentially is Ocon on Colapino. I take that back. Russell has DRS on Isaac. This is all open up. Leclerc has DRS on Alonso and Lawson on Stroll at the moment. They're within a second of those cars. Again, this is going to be the last year for DRS. We're going to go to what's called active aero next year, and we'll talk more about that in preseason testing, how that works and the mechanics of that. The question is, will Lando catch Antonelli? And he's already, again, 1.4, so he's, again, almost a whole second gained on Antonelli so far. The question is, will he then get to Sainz? And even that P4 to P5 to P4 is going to be a big jump. That will reduce the number of points that Max and Oscar are going to take. Do you think Max will pit one more time? No, Max is going to go to the end of the race on the tire he has. No, pits are out of the question right now. That has been resolved. I think the only one who needs to maybe pit would be Bortoletto, unless he goes to the end of the race on that soft tire. Do you think Max will become the world champion? It's possible. I mean, Max, with winning this race right now, has a good chance. If Antonelli can hold off Norris, that would help. Help even more. It doesn't look like, though. Norris right now is in DRS range of Antonelli, so it's a question of how long can Antonelli hold off Norris? People are asking for one driver to DNF, no driver. Please stop. That's gross behavior on your part. We do better here. Oscar right now is 12.8 seconds back with 8 laps to go. We're on lap 50, 57. Again, we are a one first count order with laps. So we actually have 8 laps to go. When did Bateman get out? I'm not sure when he got out. Yeah, I'm not sure when they did ultimately retire the car. That wasn't there was no notification about that. I just noticed that he was out of, basically F1 TV showed Behrman out of the car. So a bad race for Ollie, but he will go on to fight for points next week. So Norris right now in DRS range of Antonelli. The point where Sainz should be making a gap while those two are fighting. Well, Max picked up the last car. Last car, Stroll has already been lapped, and Behrman had been lapped already. So for him, the next car is going to be Gasly, but that's a minor point in this discussion right now. Max right now is 7 laps to go. Max has kept Oscar back a stable 12.6 seconds. So it's looking like a Max win with Oscar second. Sainz right now on a podium position, and so the big question is the fight for 4th position between Antonelli and Norris. Norris, as they come to DRS range, he's going to have DRS on Antonelli. He gets within 0.46. So he gets about 2 tenths, but loses it right back to Antonelli. So he's back now. He's back to 7.5. He's actually lost tenth and a half, almost 2 tenths from where he was at the DRS at turn 16. So we get to end of sector 1. Antonelli does a 30.9 and Lando does a 31.1. That's again 2 tenths difference in Antonelli's favor. So Lando is not advancing on, and Lando's not advancing on Antonelli. Potential damage on the floor. Front wing is okay for Sainz. Again, any floor damage is going to hurt. Antonelli's lost about a tenth. Lando right now, coming to the detection point, Lando's going to be 0.8 behind Antonelli. So Stroll has pitted and served his penalty for speeding in pit lane. And Norris gets within 0.5. He was 0.4 last lap. And he drops on after that turn 1, he's dropped back 7 tenths. So this is Norris is not advancing on Antonelli. This is a huge point in this race right now. We've got 5 laps to go, and Norris cannot get ahead of Antonelli, or he's not trying to get ahead of Antonelli. I'm not sure why. Max right now with 4 laps to go. The gap right now is 11.6, so it's a second off. So right now, if Oscar needed to push harder, and he's got Stroll ahead of him from terms of blue flag way for Gasly because that's Max coming up behind him. So there's going to be 2 cars between. So there's now 2 cars between Oscar and Max. So, yeah, that there's. That's where we are right now. We're in sector 2. Again, Norris is just behind Antonelli. Can't really tell you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's like Norris is not making moving up on Antonelli. He's within DRS range. He's actually out of DRS range. See if Antonelli pushes. Coming to the detection point right now. Looks like Norris is going to get DRS on Antonelli. He does. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why Norris is not making the. We've got 3 laps to go. I'm not sure why Norris is not making the move on Antonelli. Why he hasn't yet, and then made the charge on Sainz, because Sainz is losing time. So as it is, we got 3 laps to go. We've got Max first, Oscar second, Sainz 3. This looks like to be our podium right now. And then we've got Antonelli, who's 1.2 behind Sainz, and Norris is within DRS range last 5 laps. Colapino's getting blue flagged way for him. That's going to let Max get ahead. That will put 3 cars, because Gasly, Ocon, Colapino will be the 3 cars between him and Oscar at this point. Kevin Hart, the comedian, will be our flag waver, the checkered flag waver this weekend. Again, we're on lap 56. 2 laps to go now. 2 laps to go. Max is again leading with 10 seconds. So he is going to win. There's 3 cars between him and Max at this point. Back markers between him and Max. Max to, say, Oscar. Stroll then to Sainz, and then we've got Antonelli and Norris fighting for 4th position. And right now, Antonelli's holding off. They're reporting a slippery track petition around Sector 2. There might be some gravel on track. So we are on the penultimate lap of this race. Max right now finishing Sector 2. He just passed Isaac. Something just happened to Isaac. He just dropped positions. That's the Prix and then a start finish. So I wonder if something happened. No yellow flag. And Norris has passed Antonelli finally for 4th position. We are on the final lap of this race right now. The question is, will Norris catch up to Sainz? 1.4 may not happen. Here we go. Max right now leading this race through Sector 2 at the moment. Oscar is 8 seconds back. Sainz is 22 seconds back. Norris 24 seconds back. So right now the fight is between Sainz and Norris right now. Antonelli is falling back to 5th. Russell is 6th, but he's 22 seconds back. Here comes Max. Now turning the last turn. Coming to the start-finish line. So Max Verstappen is going to win this race. At several seconds now before Oscar finishes across the line for 2nd place. So the now question is a fight between Sainz, and it looks like Sainz is going to hold off Lando to take 3rd in the podium, and Norris comes in 4th. Norris is going to get 12 points. That's going to be a 13-point gain on Max, so it's a 396 to 408, so it's a 12-point difference between Max and Norris. Oscar's going to get only 6 points. So as it stands right now, Norris first, 408. Max is second, 396. It's a 12-point game. And Max just took 13 points on Lando. So as it stands right now, if Max wins in Abu Dhabi, he will be the world champion. I say that right now. If Max wins Abu Dhabi, he will be the world champion. Lando has to just finish ahead of Max. Be the world champion. Oscar has got more help. He's going to need more help. He basically got, 392 to 408. He's got 16 points. So he's going to have to win and Norris come in 3rd type scenario. Is that even enough? No. Norris is going to have to come in fourth. So yeah, no, this is a no. We are going to Abu Dhabi. Winner is gonna be particularly between Max and Norris. If Max wins the Abu Dhabi race, he will be the world champion. That's where we're sitting at right now. Max is in position. Take this all. I want to thank everyone here was here this weekend. I want to thank everyone who subscribed. Again, we've got we're almost halfway to 150 now. We're on 149, 55, 58 subscribers. If you haven't liked or subscribed, now's the time to do it. I mean, this is this year's championship is going to Abu Dhabi to the wire. Now's a great time to subscribe. Hit the bell on YouTube. You'll get notifications when we go live. Again, we'll be live for both the Free Practice 1, Free Practice 2, Free Practice 3, quali, and the race itself. No, there's no world champion. I will repeat, there is no world champion. This is going to Abu Dhabi. And it becomes very possible, likely, that Max Verstappen can win his 5th world championship. We will be here next Friday. This Friday, that is going to be the 5th of December. So, for everyone here at Racing Just because this is Grash, again, what a race we've just had. We will see you Friday. We'll be determining the world champion on Friday. Take care, everyone. We'll see you Friday.